And welcome to our Zoning Board of Appeal meeting. If anyone have any public comments, please see Ms. Hillary to fill out those forms. It is our custom that we begin by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. If I could ask you guys to stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Hillary, are we good with our notifications?
Yes.
Adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Properly made and second. All in favor of adopting the agenda?
Aye.
Cecil? All right. The adoption of the agenda has been passed. Approval of the June 22nd meeting.
That's been a while.
Have anybody have a chance, or do we need to
No.
revisit that next meeting?
I move we approve the minutes as submitted.
I'll second it.
Properly made and second by, okay.
Dennis.
Dennis, all in favor of the approval of the minutes?
Aye.
Item number 6, it's Rhonda Stevens, who is requesting a variance from the front street and side street setback. Is she here? You can come forward.
I brought my realtor with me because I do not speak this language that you guys are very fluent in, so I need a little help.
Hi, I'm Jamie Rankin. We are here today to request a variance on the setbacks in front of 259 Alljoy Road. And the property, in order to even get the parcel that we have now, we had to combine the two lots that were owned by the same owner. Back in 1990, back in 1997, he had a structure that was previously on the property that was removed. And he had a letter written by Beaufort County stating that the structure could be built within the same setbacks in the same area. Nowhere on here he didn't know, and nowhere on here does it say that 2 years after the letter was written, it expired. So he's gone about this entire time thinking that it was still valid, and I have a copy of that letter as well. But since then, the zoning of the parcels have changed, and of course, the design requirements and regulations have changed, and this is one of the last lots left in that little community, and it would be the only lot that would not conform to what's already there and built. And we have some photos of the structures as well that are flanking the property, so you could see how they are designed and how close they are to the road. I think there's about a 28-foot buffer from Alljoy Road to the actual property line itself. And then we're requesting that we be right about 9 feet from the property line is where the steps would go up to the house. And then we're requesting a side setback as well. So I realize, and I apologize, and I do have extra copies that I had made today that you guys don't have, like the site plan where the driveway is drawn in, or the HVAC service yard. And then I also put extra numbers on there that kind of show where, how many feet it is from the actual proposed structure to Alljoy Road itself, because that's not dimensioned on the survey that was done.
Is there an actual house that's going on this, or is it just a square that you've drawn? I mean,
It's a square house. I do have a picture of the house plan itself right here, so you can see that it actually is 58 by 30 feet.
Okay.
It's just a rectangle.
What was the house that was on there previous? How big was it?
The same width.
It was the same width. I don't know about the length, because when I researched the county records, it's
760 square feet.
Okay.
okay.
But we did combine
feet
2
wide.
lots. So before it was on 1 lot, and we've combined 2 lots to be able to make for.
Okay. We have in our ordinance with just 4 lots like this that you could have a a variance by right if you're within a certain square footage of neighboring houses. So what are the square footages of all the neighboring houses? Have you determined that?
I don't know. I mean, I do have a photo of one now that is well above the 1,700 square feet that, I mean, you could just look at it and tell it's 2 stories.
You can go on the county website and find out what the square footage of houses.
I could, yeah, and I apologize, I did not. I don't know if you have that information of the neighbors.
Does this help out?
This one parcel.
I did print off the county website, picture of the surrounding houses.
But I guess that's only if it's unbuildable. This would be buildable, but it would have to be smaller.
Yeah, and that rule just applies to river buffer.
Okay, only to the
Waivers.
riverboat, okay.
Yeah.
My wrong, excuse me.
But this is the house that is to the left of the property now. And this house is actually 5 feet from the property line versus the almost 10 that we're proposing. And that's depicted on the survey that you guys do have from T-Square. It doesn't, I put a scale on the one that I have, so it doesn't show the dimensions from the neighboring house to the road itself, but it is shaded, so you can see it's much closer.
So you can retrieve those information, right?
Absolutely.
And you, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, you go ahead, because I might make a.
Well, no, I was wanting to see, you said you had plans that had the steps and everything else. I mean, I guess is the entire footprint of your house plan included in what, this big
Yes,
square
It's
proposed
built
here?
in. I can bring that.
And I guess my other question is more for the county. I see that in that section 3.2.80, it says wherein existing adjacent buildings are in front of the regulated BTL or front setback, the building may be set to align with the facade of the front property of the adjoining. So does that mean that they could set that, the front of this parcel, if parcel 211 is just 5 feet, they could actually set the front of this at 5 feet?
If that's what it is, I don't know. He would have to bring me, survey showing exactly where that house is.
I missed that, I'm sorry. The way that, but real quick, when you're looking at this, the way it's showing these front porch and steps, it's showing a landing right there at the top of the stairs. Hers won't have that, it'll just go straight to steps because she's only gonna be about 3 feet off the ground with the existing topography of the ground.
No, her steps will have to stick out into the,
They will, but they're only gonna come out a maximum of 4 feet. The way that this particular photo is depicted, it has a landing and then the steps start. So hers will just go straight from the porch down steps.
and then you'll have steps on the side out of that utility room too.
No, she's gonna wall that off right there. I'm sorry, yeah, that'll be walled off. There'll be no stairs going into the utility. The only stairs will be in the front.
Is there any more questions for the applicant? I'm quite sure we're gonna come back to you guys, but let us hear from the county right quick.
Okay.
Well, for me to make, make a decent recommendation, I wanted to see I want to see what the building looks like, where the service yard is going, because that needs to be in the setback, needs to be outside of the setback. I want to see where the steps are, because not knowing she's getting 9 feet for the first vertical wall, the steps could be in the street. And you said there's a 25-foot buffer. There's no buffer. That's the road. That's the road right-of-way. So your property line is the road right-of-way. The road bed may be 25 feet away, but that just leaves it open for the road to be widened. That's not her property. She's saying it's always been 2 parcels. that was subdivided like that years ago. And she wanted to go across the property line. That's why we told her she had to combine the lots. And the original, that letter she's talking about, apparently the owner went for, back then it was the Building Codes Board of Adjustment, and they gave him a waiver to be in the same location as,
Existing.
you know, the existing house. Well, the house was only 750 square feet. I don't have a plat to show where the existing house was.
But-
And this is a much larger house.
Twice as big as
So,
this one.
yes. So that's why I said disapproved until I can see, then maybe I could, you know, because the lot is small.
It is small.
And, you know, a decent sized house, but we need to see everything. Driveways, how she's gonna get the car in and all that. Because I have to give her modulation on the side and the rear. So, you know, I just can't go that far down for the front setback and the side street setback. Because she's asking for too much. So you guys would have to do the variance.
I mean, I would agree.
But they have no. Thank you, Ms. Hillary. Ms. Jamie, Ms. Rhonda, I don't know which one of you guys want to come up. Obviously, you know where we're going at with this.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Obviously, it's a number of information that, you know, we would need to make a decision. If we could, defer this to our next, it probably won't be until,
You think we could put it on and just have it on the agenda and not in the paper? Advertise, since
It's
a
already been
continuance.
advertised, and this is a continuance. I thought that it could go on the next
Yeah.
agenda.
That's not the way I. do
November's
it.
meeting?
We could maybe-
Yeah.
yeah,
Take it
well, we
everything?
try to see because we have to have 2 weeks for notification to publicize it, so.
Our meeting's early in November
So,
because of Thanksgiving.
yeah, we're gonna meet on the 16th of next month
Okay.
due to, so we're trying to see if we can fit you in. If not, it'll be January.
I'll see if I can, get with the paper
Is this all Joy Road?
and add this to it.
Okay.
Side street.
But if not, then you will notify them and let them know it'll be on the January.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get with the paper. I just don't wanna
Is that enough
No.
time to get what you need?
advertise it.
Us?
Yeah. Is that enough time to get the
Yeah, I
necessary
mean-
information that you would need?
Absolutely, and I don't know, yeah, I mean, I can tell you, I'll just show you guys this. We'll be much further back than this house that's on the corner of Trout. This is Trout Road. Their stairs are less than 2 feet from the street. And we are back much further than that. But, I mean, would Hillary want me to go back further on the back of the lot? Or
Well,
want me
you
to stay
know,
where it
we're
is?
talking about houses that were built a long time ago.
Yeah.
But mine's the
Right
only
away,
non-built
they
lot, and it's the only
widened it,
one.
People lost their property. So, you know, I get it that if you wanna line it up with the one that's next door,
Mm-hmm.
that's, you know, we can work that out, but we need to see other things.
And I did, and I apologize, I do have it not formally prepared by a surveyor, but we did draw the driveway on there in the service yard. Again, not on plans that you guys have, because I was given, and it's no fault of the county at all, I was just given the email today. But through no fault, it was sent out, 10 days ago, so it was
Okay.
sent out in time, but through no fault of anyone but
So you
ours.
guys don't have a problem with continuing this to
No.
our next?
No,
Now, we're gonna try to get you guys on our November, but
Okay.
for whatever reasons, if something happened, then it'll be on the January meeting. We don't meet in December.
no, I know.
Yeah.
Rhonda's in the process of buying the lot, so she's getting extensions and the seller's getting antsy, and she's paid for all the surveys. I mean, it's her financial hardship that she has, so we're just trying to make him happy and get it closed as soon as possible before.
Yeah, his health is declining and he really wants us to
Yeah.
wrap up.
But the other thing that you need to show too is this bay window steps out a little bit too, so if we could see that on the site plan too.
It won't go back, yeah, absolutely. I'll have the surveyor draw in the steps, but it won't be any further protruding forward than the stairs will. So I'll have that on there.
Right, yeah.
And is it the recommendation that we show maybe different variations, pushing it back 4 feet on the lot and then leaving it where it is on the lot for consideration?
Depends on where your steps are.
And where your driveway is, where
Yeah.
your car
Yeah.
is.
The driveway's in yeah, okay.
And if you're not building it high where you can park under the house, you gotta have some space between the right-of-way and your house to park.
Okay.
So you may have to pull it back.
Mhm.
In this particular zoning, is there a setback regulation for driveways on the side? It can go up to the property line?
Your septic was on the side.
It's on one side, not the other. It's on the right
It's
side.
on the road side. So how you gonna drive into that side?
The house right next to it has a driveway in the front, and then on the side, they just enter from the front, from the road. I have pictures of that. Is that doable, or?
Meeting
Yeah.
with staff before
Yeah.
bringing this forward.
Right,
so We need
because-
to work through these issues.
Yeah, the septic is on the right side. It's on the corner of Trout and Alljoy.
You could put
Right,
driveway
so you
here or
can-
here.
And you don't wanna be too close to this
Right.
right there. So your driveway needs to be in the middle or back here, in the
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Off of Trout, okay.
I can do that, like, do like a little L
Or
shape.
something
That,
like that.
that works. That's doable.
Yeah, but your house, your only stairs going in are over here, so you're gonna want it over here.
We can put stepping stones. We'll do what needs to happen.
Okay.
Yeah,
But if
it's,
that
it's
works
it's probably good to get with the county and let's see what you guys can come up with them. And then you may not need as much as what you're asking for.
I mean, could you just turn the stairs, just have a smaller porch, or is it all connected and have the stairs.
If she reverses the floor plan, she could have the stairs
So,
on the other side,
Yeah, that's doable.
if you flip the plan.
Yeah, we can do
No, what I'm saying is make the porch smaller and have the stairs go down
the side.
the side.
Yeah, I can ask about that.
Because that way you wouldn't have, they wouldn't be protruding any.
Or like you said, flip it and then put the
Right.
stairs on this side too. Then
Because that
the
porch is
driveway.
not really that big enough to do much on anyway.
Whoa, whoa. You can put a chair out there.
So we'll come back with a couple different variations to see which one works best within the,
So you're asking us to continue this until our next scheduled meeting?
yes, sir.
All right.
Do you need a motion on that?
I don't think we do. Do we, Hillary? I don't think we do.
No, because she's asking.
Yeah, she's requesting it, so.
Okay.
All right, we'll definitely, hopefully you can get in on our next month meeting.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I'll try to get it.
Is there any, public comment? No public comment. So item number 8, Douglas Nelson who is appealing the decision. That's gonna be continued to our next, scheduled meeting, which is in November. And, we'll deal with that then. Any old business? New business, adoption of the, meeting schedule.
So move?
Second.
So it's been properly moved and second. All in favor of adopting the, meeting schedule? All right, that is passed. Adjournment,
So moved. Second.
properly made in second. All
I
in
think-
favor?
Aye, I think this might be the fastest one yet.
That's the record.
No, July, when we were here.
Doesn't count if we're not here.
Who made the motion? And who second?
I always second that.
Yeah. Okay, all right, got you.
Might be a
See y'all
long
in a
one
couple
next.
weeks.
Yeah.